Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Look forward to more videos. This evening I want to talk about silver.
We'll start over outside the
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you watch future videos. And hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers, and so you're going to get us there. So let's all work on that. Tell a friend. And what I want to do tonight is talk to you a little bit about American silver and explain a few things so there's no confusion about silver if you're not already up to par on that kind of stuff. First thing I'd like to talk about is don't clean silver coins when you find them. Cleaning a coin up to make it look better is not going to make it worth more. Don't even go there. Cleaning a coin actually devalues the coin to collectors. So please don't clean coins because you think they're going to bring more money because they're shinier or prettier or they don't got dirty stuff on them. Leave them the way they are. Try to handle them as least as possible. So with that said, let's talk about some different types of coins. I'll start with this here. This is a little proof set. And the reason they say proof, it's just the way the coin was struck. It has a mirror-like background in the backfield, so it looks mirror-like, as opposed to a mint state coin. These are the same coins. This one has a dull frosty finish. So that's the difference between a proof and a mint state. Now there's people that like to collect only proofs, and there's people that only like to collect mint state. But either one's fine for collecting. That's totally your choice. But this video isn't so much about collecting. It's just about value. And the reason why is a lot of people find these silver coins. They think, you know, they just want to go melt them. And that just makes collectors cringe because there's more value in this coin as a collectible than it is for its silver melt value. And when I say silver, I'm talking about coins in America before 1964. That was the cutoff date. So coins that are 64 and earlier pretty much are silver, except for nickels and pennies, of course, because they're made out of nickel and pennies are made out of copper. But so with that said, I want to show you the most sought after collectible coin in the field today, and that's the Morgan silver dollar. So if you happen upon one of these, you know, don't take this to a pawn shop or a jewelry store and they're only going to give you melt value. This has a lot of collectible value as a coin. So that's the most sought after. And another coin in this same field is also the peace dollar that came along during the Morgan thing, and then they went back to the Morgan, and this is a peace dollar.
Show that.
Has a American Eagle on the back. Now, with the exception of American money, I believe in the Ronald Reagan years, he started what they called the American Eagle program, which is a good program. And what that basically is it's an American silver dollar, American Eagle. The difference is this is a full troy ounce of 999.9 silver, whereas this Morgan silver dollar only weighs 26 something grams, and it's only 90% silver. This is pure silver. This is 90% silver.
A Morgan weighs 23.76.
Yeah. So when you see the spot price of silver, and just say like today it was $27.66, $27.66 as of today, because that market changes. Silver goes up and down just like gold goes up and down like the market. So based on today, this coin, if you melted it, which I highly recommend, do not melt these coins, would be worth $27.66 for its melt price. But to a collector, depending on the year, you know, certain years are more valuable. You can look all this stuff up. This has more value as a collectible coin than it does just the silver weight. So don't melt these coins, folks. Keep them for your grandkids, or, you know, and
Or sell them.
yeah, or sell them for the collectible value, not the melt value. And now here's another difference here between a proof and a mint state. This one's proof, has the mirror-like background, and this one has the mint state background. And if you are going to get into coin collecting, you want to make sure you're dealing with a reputable coin dealer, your local coin shop, or you got to trust these people. There's a lot of, you know, counterfeit coins, especially this Morgan, and especially these American Eagles. These are being counterfeited. And what I mean by that, they'll be copper and they'll be silver plated, and they'll put them in a holder like this. You're not ever going to know until you crack this open and go to cash it in, and then they're going to tell you it's not silver, it's some counterfeit. And that's why it's important to have a great understanding with the person that you are buying coins from, because everything's being counterfeited. So basically in this silver, they basically did a quarter, they did a 50-cent piece, a quarter, and a dime. Like in these sets here, these first three coins would be silver because they're 1964 or earlier.
And they're 90%.
Yes, and they're only 90% silver. Why does that matter? Well, like we talked about earlier, let me show you my little chart here. Whereas the American Eagle is 999 silver, the other coins from 64 and earlier, only 90% silver. This other little fraction in here of the metal content is random things like nickel and copper and different metals that make up the coin as a whole. But there is 90% silver, which is the majority of the coin, left. So when they talk about, you know, the value of this Kennedy half, it's only 90% silver. So you have to factor that in based on the spot price, not the collectability, because the collectors know all this stuff. And even this coin, even after 1964, I don't know the exact year, but I believe up until 1968. So for instance, the 65, the 66, 67, they reduced it to 40% silver. So there's still a little silver content.
Or 68.
Yeah, all the way to 1968.
But it's only 40?
40% silver.
Yeah.
Whereas 60% of the coin is going to be other metals.
But it still has silver.
Still has silver in it.
Right.
So here's just some random coins. I got this collection, and you see how these staples are rusty, and like this here, the paper's a little yellow. I'm going to leave these just like this.
That's acid burn.
Yeah, it's acid burn from the paper. Now, I've got new holders. I could undo these, put this coin in a new holder, but I like leaving them like this. It's the way I received them. That way, if I do decide to sell these, the buyer can see that these have some age. You know, that these were done this way a long time ago. I'm not trying to make them look fancy and packaged funny, you know, because collectors don't care. They know what they're looking at. And just like, for instance, you get a coin that looks like this, and you'd say, oh my God, you know, look at it. It's got black all in there, and it just looks bad. Collectors, they want to see this. They don't want to see this coin cleaned up.
Well, a true collector probably wouldn't buy that coin.
Why not?
Because of the wear on it. That would be more like a starting collector.
True, but that gets into condition,
Right.
which can be argued.
Right, but what I'm saying is usually a seasoned coin collector would not buy that coin. they would want.
You're saying they'd prefer this coin
That's right.
over this
If they
one.
had the choice, they would take that one
Yeah.
to the right.
Right.
But somebody who's just starting out might not be able to afford that coin to the right.
Right.
They would have to go with this because usually you price them according
To condition.
to condition.
That's correct.
You know,
And that's something else we're going to touch on now, is coins have a value from 0 to 70. 70 being a perfect coin. And to get a perfect coin, you're going to have something like this. These have never been touched by human hands. You would have to send this in and get this coin graded.
just like you do baseball cards.
Right, and then they would assign it a grade value. This coin might not come back a perfect coin. It could come back a 69, a 64. You won't know till you pay for that service to get that grade. Once the coin's graded, the benefit of that is the condition of it cannot be disputed. Whereas we can sit and dispute the condition of this coin between two people all day long.
Because I say it's wore
Right.
pretty bad.
So a buyer is going to downplay this coin, and the seller is going to upsell this coin, and they're going to sit and argue about the condition of this coin all day long. Whereas if it was graded, which there is a fee for that, then that argument's over.
Grades coins.
Well, you got the NGC.
Is that who does the baseball cards?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But the NGC and the PPG or the PCG are two of the notable graders. But if I sent this in and I just wanted this one coin graded, that's going to cost me around $30 to $35. So then I got to add that into the price of the coin. This coin might not be worth adding $35 worth of grading to it. I might want to sell this coin in this package the way it came from the United States Mint. And that's something else I wanted to touch on today is if you want to buy coins to get started, there's a lot of people out there that are in-betweens. I would recommend buying coins straight from the United States Mint. That way there's no question you're going to get guaranteed stuff. There's people out there calling themselves the blah 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 mint, and they'll use red, white, and blue, and they're trying to trick you and they're trying to confuse you. So, you know, if you want to get into this, either work with a reputable coin dealer that you've worked up a trust with that can back up what he's selling, or work with the United States Mint where these coins were made. That's my recommendation. You don't have to follow that, but there are so many counterfeit coins around. It's just really tricky.
And that's basically for a collector. Now
Yes.
a reseller, on the other hand, like what we do,
we just kind of got to know.
usually you just sell the coin like you got it.
Correct.
I mean,
And
collectors are the ones that grade the coins.
correct.
But-
And we're taking a gamble when I bought this. You know, could this be counterfeit? It could be, but it's very doubtful because of who I acquired it from and the age of it.
But all
And,
you have to do is research the coins.
That's
you
correct.
can do that. Probably a good place that they sell a lot of coins on eBay. I think they're back at it again.
Yep.
So you can do completed listings
That's
on
right.
eBay, and then you could look at the different conditions of the coins.
That's right.
too.
And also you can weigh these coins if they're not packaged up. Certain coins are going to, you know, there's charts to go look up. Like this Washington quarter should weigh plus or minus so many grams. You know, if it's got some wear on it, it's not going to, you know, it's going to weigh less than what it should because of the wear. And typically old silver coins you find are going to have some wear on them because they were in circulation. So we looked up some stuff today based on this spot price, and I use a company called Kitco to look up spot on silver, and it breaks it down. And we looked up some stuff today, and based on that, these old mercury dimes, now see these silver dimes, you had mercury dimes, which are going to look, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but they're going to look something like this. I'm going to hold this real still. And they also had Roosevelt dimes, that are also silver up until 1964. But on a roll, doing the math, to melt this roll, I could go get $100. Would I do that? No, absolutely not. Because on the each, you know, there's different dates in here, there's different mint marks, there's a lot to this. There's a few coins in here that are going to be way worth melt price to a collector. So this is worth more to a collector for coins, because collectors are always trying to better their collection. There could be a mercury diamond here that a collector, you know, this coin's going to be better than the coin he currently has. So he wants to upgrade his collection, and you know, they're always upgrading. So collectible values far succeeds melt. But just for general talk purposes, you know, this would have been $100 to melt this for the silver content, and that's just a shame.
But you like coins. Some people flip coins.
Yeah, I'm not so much a collector. I've just acquired some coins. There is a lot to this.
Collecting.
Collecting,
But
yeah.
if you're just flipping,
Yeah, if you're just flipping, like it's generally what we
then
do.
just do your research.
Yeah, do your research. Like
But
these.
do be on the lookout.
Yeah.
And you know, another good place to ask too, and a lot of people don't even think about it.
That's right.
Because they don't think that, you know, to ask. But if you go into a bank and if you ask them if they have any silver quarters,
Yeah.
they're supposed to have to sell them to
Yeah,
you.
they have to sell them to you at face value. So if you went and bought, just say, this is just a hypothetical here, if you bought $100 worth of change or $100 worth of half dollars, they have to sell them to you for 50 cents a piece,
If they
face
have
value, if they have them. They can't keep them, they can't hoard them. You know,
Right.
by law, they have to pass them on to you. So there are people that buy change looking for silver.
But we've had that happen
We have had that happen.
in banks.
Yes.
But our one banker, and you know, sometimes when you have a banker that, or a bank that you bank with all the time, if you go in there, you
That's
know
right.
the people in the banks, you can
That's
put in
right.
their little ear
That's
that
right.
you would like them to look out for silver, and then when you go in there, a lot of
Yeah.
times they'll say, hey,
Yeah.
I got some silver
Yeah.
quarters.
And
Somebody
you're
come in and cash their change in
right,
today."
and you're going to get them for a quarter a piece.
That's right.
They can't profit from them or make any markup.
So be sure to ask.
Yes, yes. Now these are I don't know the exact name of them. I believe they're standing liberties or walking liberty quarters. But a lot of times when you find these, they're going to be in this condition. These seen a lot of wear. These things have been handled a lot, but in general, you're going to find, and weight-wise, they're going to be all over the board
They're
because
still cool.
yeah, they're still cool. And because of the wear, you know, there's going to be 3 different weights between these 3 different quarters, you know. So that's just something to watch out for. These are some very old quarters. And then these Kennedy halves, I'll just thumb through them real quick.
That's normally what people.
Now here's another, yep. Yeah, a lot of people are looking for Kennedy halves. You see some black spot on there, and then look on the back, there's some black over here on the edge. That doesn't matter because
It's called toning.
toning, yeah. And collectors don't care about this. You know, there are collectors that like collecting toned coins.
And I hate coins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I hate them. I don't like them a bit.
right. But you
And
can see
only
some
because-
different conditions here.
And only because I want to flip them
Yeah,
and you don't.
yeah, that's true.
But that's fine. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. My theory is, I think the grandkids, I'm hoping the value of this stuff will be more when we're not with everybody anymore. That's my thought. We may cash these in. I mean, you know, I talked about a giveaway for being our 100th subscriber, which is something we're trying to do. You know, I could give away a
roll.
coin or a roll
Roll of dimes.
or something like this.
Right.
You know, I'm not beyond that.
Well, I think
So-
we talked about it. We decided that we're going to do three
3 options.
options, and then the person that wins
Correct.
will be able to choose.
Now, tonight, I haven't disclosed this yet, but tonight we talked about if I can get to 1,000 subscribers. We're just shooting for 100 first. That's plenty good.
That's all right.
But if we can get to 1,000, if it interests them, my 1,000th subscriber, whoever that may be, I've got a Pokemon card collection that I hoarded up. They haven't been opened. This is all bought, and I ain't looked. I'm not a Poke card collector. It's just something I got in on a while back, and I acquired. I don't have a photo, but I will take a photo of the whole everything that's offered. And we discussed tonight. I want that to be my 1,000th subscriber giveaway. Is that Poke card collection? It's all unopened. I don't know what's in there. I don't know nothing about Pokemon. It's just something I acquired. If that interests them. If not, we might switch it for, if they'll just email us or talk to us. We might be something else. Because like I said, we got gemstones, we got coins, we did jewelry videos.
Well, we're probably going to do a 500 subscriber milestone too. So we might do it then instead.
Right. And I'm trying to remember what else I might want to talk about. Oh, here, yeah, I did want to talk about this. I didn't know this, but in this set I showed you, this came like this in this envelope and everything, and I kept it all. This coin was a special mint set. So if you'll notice, this is a 1965 Kennedy Have. It's not 90% silver. It's 40% silver.
Yeah.
But it's still silver, and nobody's touched it. So, that's it. And it looks silver if you could even see the edge. But they didn't make a silver after 1964.
Well, it's great that we're passing on to always be on the lookout for these coins. And ask at the bank.
That's right.
Don't forget to ask at
Yard
the bank.
sales, estate sales, always ask.
Look in your change.
That's right. Go through your change.
You never know where you're going to find them.
Yep. And even if you're not going to sell it to a collector, please don't take it to a pawn shop. I can't emphasize that enough. Don't. They're only going to try to buy it from you for melt value. They're going to throw it up on the scales. Oh, it weighs this, and silver's this, and that's the melt value. This coin has way more value than melt value. So, unless you're just in an absolute downright pickle and can't find a suitable coin collector
Sorry for all the jiggling.
Yeah, to sell this to, please don't melt these.
We got to get you set up with a tripod.
Yeah, I'll get a tripod. But
this is hard.
Let's touch on this. I might be spilling the beans here. I'm guilty of it. There was a time back when we were buying gold and silver jewelry, and people needed money, and I discovered something by accident that the pawn shops have been doing for years that they won't reveal to you. And that's why I'm making this video, is just to be upfront, honest with you. I don't want nobody scammed or taken advantage of. I want them to know what they have. Email us or send us a picture. Don't send nothing to us. Send us a photo, and we can try to help you figure out what you got, because I want you to get the top value for it. That's the main thing. Don't settle for just a quick sale. But what I discovered was, by weighing, we started buying scrap gold. People would bring us, necklaces that were broke or a ring that had been cut off, and it didn't have no jewelry value, so everybody was okay to sell it for scrap price. And so I did all this math, which I'm not good at, and I found out something that I remembered hearing back when I did visit a pawn shop. When you take a gold ring or a coin like this and they throw it up on the scales, they're buying it for what they refer to as a penny weight. It's got nothing to do with a penny. It's just a measure of weight, which I later determined was a dram or a DWT. It's just a measure of weight.
It's in their favor.
It is in their favor. And once I discovered this by accident, I kind of used it in me and my wife's favor, because when they weigh it in a penny weight, and then when they're selling something out of the pawn shop, they'll say, "Oh, we sell gold and silver by the gram."
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for that, because automatically when they weigh this by the penny weight, they're at a 15% advantage just by weighing it. They're gaining 15%. When you calculate all that and switch it from penny weights to grams, there's a 15% advantage. So I thought, okay, well, that's why they do that. And so they buy it by the penny weight, and then they're going to sell it by the gram. So already they're making 15%. Plus, not only that, they bought it for melt value, which is way less than the collectible value. Now, once they have this coin in their possession, they're not going to melt this, and they're not going to sell it to you for penny weights, and they're not going to sell it to you by the gram weight. They're going to do all their research. You know, they're going to package this up real nice, and they're going to sell this to you for what the going rate is for a coin in this condition for a Kennedy half dollar.
And of course, when you're selling to a pawn shop, you expect that they have to make money.
That's right.
It's just like us as resellers.
Right.
We buy as low as we can because we want to make money.
That's right.
And so, you know, you do have to understand that point of it.
That's right. And pawn shops aren't really where you want to go and sell things. Pawn shops are really meant to, they're for a loan. They make their bread and butter off of interest, off of loaning you money. And they don't want to get stuck with what you pawned them. They want you to come back, pay the interest, and go on.
Yeah, but a lot of the pawn shops now outright buy stuff from people.
Correct. For pennies on the dollar.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be way better to take, you'd have better chances at the flea market than get better money at the flea market.
That is correct. That's right.
Sell it to a pawn shop.
That's right. And last time we went to a flea market, I did take along some little coins and stuff, and I got dealers, and early in the morning, and I got offered I can't remember what I had, but it was a little bit of silver and it was some paper money.
But you were happy with that.
I was happy. He offered me $300, and I'd already did all my math, and I knew where I wanted to be, and he was right there close to where I wanted to be. So I took his offer, and
but you probably had a little more than what you knew about.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a
they know their
they know their stuff, man. These guys, this is what they do daily.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah, it's imprinted. I mean, this is an everyday thing they do. This is something we don't do every day, but we do know a little bit to kind of know how to pick up stuff. But I think that's
do your research online, because don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Yeah. So here's an example. To melt value on a silver dime is
$2.
$2. You know, to melt it. It's worth more than $2, you know.
But is that on that's a 90% silver?
Yeah, 90% silver. Yeah. And
90% quarter.
Yeah. Whereas one of these American Eagle silver dollars, it does weigh a troy ounce. This thing would be worth $27.66 as of the making of this video. But that could change tomorrow. It could go up. It could go down.
Okay.
That's just the way it goes.
And
that's just melt
we don't
value.
deal in gold coins just because we're not collectors.
Yeah, I'm not at that level.
If you were a collector, you would probably.
Yeah.
But just for the reselling,
yeah.
I mean, we have never ran into any gold coins that were within what we would consider to be.
That's correct.
That we want to hold on.
I got to see a gold coin once, and the gentleman brought it to me, and it had been graded. And this is way back. He wanted $600 for it, and I had the money to do it, but we talked about it, me and my wife, and we decided not to do it. And I'm glad we didn't do it. Coin's worth obviously way more now, but we weren't there yet about gold, and it's something you got to build up to.
You got to be in coin collecting, I think, for a while to know your stuff, and probably have the disposable income to buy gold.
That is correct. That is correct.
It's buying gold coins in this day and age is not a cheap adventure.
No, it's not. And even something as small as a nickel in gold can be around, last I looked, $300 plus for a little small piece of gold, American made. And something else. Some of this research I did, I went and bought it's called the Red Book. Bought it at a bookstore. I gave that book to somebody to help them, but that's how I found all this out. A lot of information in the Red Book. You don't have to buy the book. If you want to, you can go online. You can pay for the subscription for a year that'll give you full access to, you know, they'll take a coin like this and they start and show you how to get close to a grade. They'll say, you know, can you read the date? Can you read the letters? Is there any, you know, like for instance, they say, is there any feathers left on the eagle? The step-by-step guide to get a ballpark figure of a condition.
They show you pictures.
Yeah, they show you photos. It's very informative, well worth looking into, because that's how we learned this. In fact, in my collection, I didn't have a Morgan dollar to show you guys, so I had to go next door and borrow this one just to make this video.
You got it upside down.
Is it upside down?
I think so.
Well, doggy.
There
How's
she
that?
is.
Is that better?
Yeah.
And something else, get the loop. When you're out doing this, you got to have a loop. And I think I just had a new one come in today. And the loop is for looking at coins, you know.
That's not a loop.
Huh?
It isn't a loop.
Well, but it works.
It's a magnifying glass.
Yeah, but you got to have something like this because you got to look at the.
Hold that right up to your eye so I can see what you look like. Turn it, get it over a little. There's that eye.
Yeah, so get the loop.
Well, you look pretty good for your age.
But I'm going to try to show you here. I'm going to hold this thing up here.
I wouldn't hold that magnifying glass up to my face.
Is that helping with anything?
Well, sure it does. Hold it back a little. There you go.
That's that's kind of what a loop.
That coin's not in that great a shape.
Yeah.
Put the other one up there.
Yeah.
That one, the face on it's a little better.
Now this is the piece dollar, so let's try that.
Yeah, but you can see the lady's head.
That helping?
Yeah. It did.
That's kind of what a loop does. Not on this
On a
scale.
smaller scale.
Yeah, on a smaller scale. I was just being.
You look a little silly walking around pulling that.
Yeah,
out.
pull this out to look at something, you know. But I was just being a little silly. But that's kind of what we wanted to talk about, was just coins. And you know, this stuff is out there. You go to a yard sale or a flea market, a estate sale, there's typically always
Stuff like that.
something like this. Just be careful.
Buy low, sell high.
Yeah, and educate yourself. I'm trying to help you here, kind of, but it's still no guarantee that the coin's going to be real or fake. So, you know, buyer beware. But it is out there, and like I say, all this was one shot offered to me, and so I did a lot of homework and looked up each coin, each date, because all that affects value. The mint mark, the year. There's some key dates that make the coin worth more. There's certain mints like the New Orleans mint, the San Francisco mint, Philadelphia, Denver. All that affects the value of the coin. You know, where was it minted? Blah blah blah. Even these coins, you know, there's a set price for some of these and certain dates, but then there's some that were minted by the West Point Mint. And those seem to be the ones that are more desirable and more sought after, the West Point Mint. They demand a premium because of that mint mark. I don't have any West Point minted coins, and I'm totally okay with that. Because like I say, I'm not a collector. We just educated ourselves enough to know if we're out and about and we see this laying on a table,
we can make a little money.
We might be able to buy low, sell high. And that's what we want you guys to learn. And not only we want you to learn this stuff, we want you to subscribe. Tell a friend. Get us on up there to 100 subscribers. Hit the notification bell. And we may do one more video like this about trying to give somebody a small education on this stuff. You still got to do more homework other than what we're giving you.
But then we're going to be traveling.
But then we're going to do some travel videos. We're going to do just some other videos that aren't so much about, you know, I've already did one on turquoise. The next one I'm going to do, if you want to watch it, it's going to be about gemstones. And it's not going to go into great detail, just some basics and things like that. And then I don't think we're going to make any more videos about, you know, this and that, like this table setting type deal. We're going to do more adventurous videos and meeting people and doing interviews with some really great characters.
Are you going to look for artifacts?
Yeah, we'll do some artifact hunting here in the Panhandle, and we got some Native American stuff we can show you, like pottery things we have found here locally.
We have a lot of treasure here.
Oh yeah, a lot of treasure.
Not just stuff that you can find in a thrift store at a yard sale.
That's correct.
So you can go out and find treasure just about anywhere here.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah.
But yes, look forward to those videos coming soon.
Yes.
And we may do one on art glass, because me and my wife, we love art glass.
That's what we collect.
Yeah. But I did a little chart here just real quick. This is what gold was today.
No.
Silver, I'm sorry. $27.66 an ounce, which is a troy ounce, not this coin. And if you break that down, that's 89 cents a gram. And so I just did some math here with the discount of the 10%, because it's only 90% silver. So you can see on here, I can't read that. The Morgan over here, which I showed you, would melt for $23, and the $half would melt for $10, and the quarters would melt for $4 and some change, and the dimes would be around $2 to melt them. That's all melt value, folks. I'm gonna say it again.
Some are only worth melt value,
though. Yeah, that's true. If the coin just smooth gone.
No, and depending on the years.
Yeah, true.
Some of them were.
I'm just against melting.
It goes
coins.
on how many millions they produced of them.
That's true.
So you do have to check the dates and the mint mark.
Yeah. One last thing, like buffalo nickels, a lot they're not silver, but there's buffalo nickel collectors. The ones they want is where you can actually read and see the date. Mm-hmm. Most buffalo nickels, when you find them, the date will be rubbed off. And so, you know, they have a specific value because of that. If you can find buffaloes with dates, those are the ones you want to pick up and hold on to flip or resell later. But, you know, I ain't got a lot to show you here.
Because we're not collectors.
We're not collectors, but I did show you a Morgan silver dollar. I don't remember the date on this one. I think it's 1882. I did show you a peace dollar, 1925 peace dollar. And once again, those are 90% silver. They're not 100% silver like these American Eagles. So just keep that in the back of your head, especially if you're buying or selling or collecting, either way. And these, I believe these come from the U.S. Mint. These are all come this way. I think these are 3 mint sets and 1 proof set. And you know, I'm never going to take these out of here. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to handle them. You know, if we decide to let go of these, this is the way they're going to be let go of, the way we found them. And that's true in most everything we find to flip. You know, I've said this before. Making something look shiny and pretty, that's not going to get you more money. That's actually going to take money away from you.
On some things.
On some things,
Some things you have to clean, like shoes. And
well, yeah, shoes.
Clothing.
Yeah.
You got to wash clothing.
But yeah, please don't ever attempt to clean a coin, please.
And glass and pottery. You should clean all of that.
Yeah. Just leave stuff, you know, let the buyer decide, you know.
Right.
And then when he says, oh, there's a spot, and he said, well, you know, hey, I didn't do it.
That's acceptable on a coin.
That's right, and I didn't touch it and do it, so, you know, hey, you know where that can go. But hey,
Please.
If you know somebody, go check on them.
Tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them. Say hi to them. You know, even if you just wave at them and smile.
If you can do something for somebody, do that.
Yeah, that's right. And if you can do something for somebody, you know, without breaking the bank, hey, by all means, do it. Pay it forward. We're all about that. If you're able to do that, that's a good gesture. So for now, peace out.